So last weekend that just passed was the Wonder Festival Shanghai 2021. We were supposed to get a Wonder Festival Japan, but of course that got delayed and ultimately in the end got canceled. Wonder Festival Winter 2021 in Japan was going to happen, but the big V and everything that's going on in the world put that to rest. And even Japan's own Olympics is still up in the air because of what's going on over there. So everything got shifted to China, and more specifically the Wonder Festival Shanghai, China. The Shanghai New International Expo Center on June 13th and June 14th, just last weekend. Man, that's a long name for a convention center, by the way. Either way, a lot of different Transformer product was shown off, mostly kind of licensee related stuff, not so much stuff directly by Takara Tomy or Hasbro. And there was a lot of interesting things here and there, but the ones that I want to talk about today is specifically from a Chinese model company called Jing Model Palace. Now, I did research on these guys. I could not find anything on them outside of what they're going to be doing with Transformers now. They seem to have no track record. Maybe it's just because I'm looking in the wrong part of the internet, the Anglo-speaking part of the internet. It seems like these are action figures. Are they model kits? I do not know. Are they something similar to, like, let's say, because you have like Farai, right? And Farai does action, which is Farai action with their action figures, and then Farai model with their model kits. I don't know if this is an action figure or a model kit, but all we know about this as it stands right now is that they have 4 Transformer action figures that are planned to come out, and each one of them come with armor that attaches to them that gives them a very stylized Chinese, feudal armor kind of thing going on. And the one that they had on display here today in prototype form was that of Arcee. And I'll tell you, the Arcee right away, when I was looking at it, I was like, wow, is that the Farai model kit Arcee that we were talking about back in in January? Because it looks very similar to it, although we never seen a prototype or a color form, just obviously concept images. So looks very interesting. They have a whole bunch of others announced. They want to do an Optimus Prime, which has a very Lio Convoy inspired kind of Chinese armor. They have a Megatron, which all we have is the silhouette, and a Bumblebee that all we have is the silhouette. At least with the Arcee, we have the prototype here. And the armor that is included was also shown. It wasn't on the figure itself, but at least we have a concept image that shows how the armor will look when it's put on her. And a few pre-order websites have popped up with information on what she comes with. No pre-order date and no price right now. But here's pretty much the rollout essentially of what's going on. So each figure comes with LED light up eyes. So I don't know if that works with a battery, probably similar to your Masterpiece Beast Convoy or Beast Optimus Primal, probably like a pill battery. So it has LED light up eyes, 3 different faces, 4 sets of hands, so 8 hands in total. It comes with chest armor, shoulder armor, forearm armor, hip armor, shin armor, back armor, probably back is either butt or her actual back, and cape armor. And looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Again, it looks interesting. I like something that's kind of different than what we're normally getting, and I guess that, when it comes to the character of Arcee, we have our Masterpiece, which is one version, and that one's kind of divisive with some people. They don't like the way her design is, how low her breasts are for some people. And then you have obviously all the different third-party ones that you have to pick from. And then you have now even the Farai model kit that's out there, all the different retail versions, whether it be the Legends version from the past or the recent Earthrise mold that now also has a Kingdom reissue. Again, like I mentioned before, the Farai model kit giving you another alternative that's going to be coming out soon. And now you have this one, which, we don't even know how tall this thing is. They don't even have those dimensions. But it looks like there's a lot of different options now if you want to own literally the first female of Transformers. She technically wasn't the first female, but she's the one that everyone remembers, casual or not. So it's a big deal. It's pretty cool. I like it. I'm curious what's going to be going on with this. But I like the uniqueness of having the armor and stuff like that. But this does show that there is going to be a lot of product that will be... This is a conversation I've been having a lot recently because people don't understand what's been going on in the world recently. But there's going to be a lot of product that's going to be made and catered for specifically just the Chinese market with no intention of ever releasing it in the Western world. And we've already had video games that have been made and manufactured for the Chinese market that we never saw. Some people don't even know it ever existed, like, first-person shooter Transformer games that came out in 2017 that are just for the Chinese market. We already had the NESA Transformer series that only came out in China, toy lines that only came out in China. And so this is more of that more Chinese catered kind of market stuff that's going to be, more common in the future, because the reality is that market is a huge growing market in terms of a demographic, in terms of how many children. China just literally last month increased their minimum child policy to now 3. So that means you're going to have a lot of children popping up in China in the next 15 years. And a company like Hasbro or Takara, they're going to look at it from an investment standpoint, because you have more children in China estimated than even that of the United States and Canada and some areas of Europe all combined together. So that's some big numbers. And if you cater to those markets, either the aging demographic or the new younger demographic, there's a lot of money to be made there. There's a moral stance. There's a whole bunch of different arguments that could be said among that about catering to specific markets, but that I'm not going to get into in this conversation. All I'm just trying to give is a perspective of why a lot of this kind of product is popping up and the economics of why these decisions have been made. But it's interesting to say the least. It looks different. That always catches my eye. It's something that's unique. And at the end of the day, I kind of like stuff that's unique. The second it starts becoming samey and we got all the same kind of stuff over and over again, even if it's unique initially, then obviously we move on. But as it stands right now, this looks cool. It looks cool. The Optimus looks cool too. I can't wait to see more images of all these guys. The Bumblebee one looks kind of weird. When I saw the silhouette before knowing it was Bumblebee, I honestly thought it was Alpha Trion. Seriously, I honestly thought, they're going to do an Alpha Trion too? Yeah, he's cool. He's got the beard and everything. Very Pai Mei. I don't know. I was being stupid. But either way, let me know what you think about this. Very interesting. And hopefully we'll get some more information in the near future about this, because this is a very unique product compared to what we normally talk about here on the podcast.